And we're back. Rad Habits episode 5?
4?
No, we did 4 already.
3?
This is episode 5. Rad Habits Podcast episode 5.
Aaron don't know.
Aaron don't know. Big 5.
up.
DC's back too.
And
so
I'm back.
whole squad and DC's back. Yeah, whole squad's here. Happy Saturday. How y'all day going?
Shit, fire.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
Going good? What you have for breakfast?
Weed.
Weed for breakfast.
Weed for breakfast.
No brekkies for me.
No brekkies?
No brekkies.
Not even any weed?
Some
That's
coffee.
Okay.
I think I hit a bowl like
You're-
as soon as I woke up.
Oh, so
That's
you're an
it.
adult.
Yeah.
You're grown up.
A lot of shit's happening right now.
Yeah, yeah. If anybody's not gonna eat or
I was
smoke, it's gonna be you.
telling Dom the other day we were playing GTA. He's like, I had got some sushi and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go get some pizza. He's like, didn't you just eat? He's like, you don't gain weight. I was like, bro, I don't eat breakfast. He's like, what does that have to do with anything? I was like, that's why I don't gain weight. I don't eat breakfast. Like, just don't eat
That's the
breakfast.
secret?
DC eats
That's
like
the
one
secret.
time a day.
Eat once a day.
Yeah.
You just don't eat breakfast. Drink water and smoke weed for breakfast.
That's right. That's
That's
like
what I do.
And then,
Nah, that's. But
and
you've been
then-
skinny his whole life.
and
Yeah,
then go
he
to
don't-
lunch.
yeah,
And
he
then-
don't understand the struggles.
I didn't eat breakfast my whole life.
Damn.
I wake up. Well, I don't want to eat. Like as soon as I wake up, it's just.
Nah, I
once
would-
I had the choice, I just stopped eating breakfast. Like,
That's why you a hustler.
some
bro.
days I do wake up and eat breakfast, but
I don't eat
a
till,
lot
like,
of the time
noon.
I skip breakfast. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
eat till like noon, 1.
Yeah, exactly. I don't eat till 12. It's coffee or tea
Yeah.
or a smoothie or something for me.
Straight
But
coffee.
yeah, that's how we rocking. Straight coffee.
Just
But yeah, happy Saturday. We all having a good Saturday. I'm glad we all high, except for Kev. And yeah, today's episode we got to start it off. We got to start it off by paying homage to the late great dog DMX who passed
Yeah.
away.
Rest in peace, homie.
R.I.P. I just got to say DMX is like, he's one of the rare hip hop stars that we had at the end of like 98, 99. Like we were talking about the turn of the new millennium type
Mhm.
shit. Like he was a star. Like he did that thing that rappers do when they really want to cross over into the mainstream, where they have a platinum album and they are in like movies and shit like that. Well, he was doing like straight action movies and shit. So if niggas want to talk about their favorite DMX memory,
Well, my thing with him is just he always did it as himself. Like he never dressed up a certain way. He was there in Timbs and overalls and
yeah,
dirty
facts.
white beaters and a
White
pit
beaters,
bull.
black wife beater.
Yeah,
that's-
and
that
a
was his
pit bull.
fit.
Like, and he was still unabashedly himself throughout his whole life, and that's why people love him so much because he was just him. He wore his addiction on his sleeve, his
Yeah.
emotions on his sleeve. Always gave glory to God, and
Facts.
that fool was just a fucking man, dog.
He was one of the first artists too, probably before Kanye West, in the sense that he was like very self-aware,
Mhm.
but he started off dark off top, but he was
Yeah.
super vulnerable, like not afraid, like what you saying, like not afraid to cry, wore his emotions on his sleeve, like, but he'll also like fuck you up, and he had a real like jail mind state, like that nigga would really talk about life,
Yeah.
as if he was locked within himself and shit. So it was dope to see somebody like that making those darker songs and shit. Oh, my bad. Making them darker songs and shit. I gotta show they niggas trying to get tickets.
But X came at the perfect time though, because Pac had just died, Biggie had just died, so like hip hop community was looking for that next star. Like who's
Yeah.
gonna fucking take this torch? Honestly, like Jay-Z was a big star, but not a lot of people were fucking with him the way.
Not at that time.
Yeah,
At the time, it really was Jay-Z and DMX
Right.
about who was gonna be the
Yeah.
main guy.
yeah.
You remember the backstage
Yeah,
documentary,
yeah.
right? So that kind of showed me like who was on top. When I look back at it now, like
Yeah, I mean DMX, they both had big camps behind them. Like
Yeah.
that's what I loved about Rockefeller, is that when you looked at it, it was a real movement. Like it was a bunch of different crews and collectives from different spots, and people fucking with each other. Rough Riders, in my memory, was a crew of people with fucking pit bulls and motorcycles and black and white and shit. Like that. Having such a powerful aesthetic at
Yeah.
that time is
Yeah.
it's
That
it's,
double R was
Yeah, it's
crazy.
different.
Yeah.
It's different. It was really one of them real brand imprints, like a rough, like a Rockefeller
Yeah.
or a
like
Aftermath,
Death Row. It was
Death
like
Row,
Death
Bad
yeah.
Boy, like that logo era.
Speaking of, them niggas tried to sign him from what I read. Like Diddy tried to sign
Yeah,
DMX.
I'm so glad he didn't
and
go that route.
Suge Knight tried to sign DMX. Like he wanted to go
could've
visit
worked.
him and all that shit, but he ended up just doing his own thing. They started his own label with Swiss Beats and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out perfectly that way. I
Bro
think.
had so many anthems.
Yeah.
I went on the movie marathon. I watched Belly. Like the day I found out, I watched Belly. I watched Cradle to the Grave, which is I think remember Gabrielle Union's in that shit too.
Yeah,
That was a fire ass.
that was
movie.
like him and Jet Li, right?
Yeah. Classic.
Had
Classic
this nigga doing
movie.
karate moves and shit.
Yeah, but Belly,
Oh, yeah.
Belly is Mando like the number
Yeah,
one.
Belly. That's for sure.
Belly's the one. Like
yeah,
that
Belly
cultural
is-
impact.
I used to watch this shit all the
Yeah.
time.
For real.
That's me.
Yeah, I remember you saying that shit. Like, I think we both sampled DMX in our early music. Like,
Yeah.
you had that part when he's like, "Man, this school shit is mad hard." Remember that? And that the nigga was like, "Here we go again." And the nigga was like, "Fuck a book, nigga. You'll see you can't eat no books." Like that shit. You know that really certain movies in that time period, like those quotables, like a Paid in Full or Shadas and shit like that. Like Belly was really one of them ones. Like, and DMX was
I love
that fucking guy. Yeah. I've been listening to what's that shit? What's My Name? Like over and over again. That's the one. I'm bumping that shit in traffic like it's 1998. The intro too is so different too. It don't even sound like that. So when it comes on, but yeah, man. R.I.P. DMX. Shout out to the family. Shout out to his girls. Shout out to his dogs. You know, yeah, that's a fact. Big facts.
Hell yeah.
Shit. On some other shit, since we on some like seriousness, have y'all been seeing the shit that's been going on with the police over there in Minnesota?
Yeah, but it's
I
been
don't know the whole. What is the situation?
All right, so the situation is there's this kid. I think he's like between the ages of like 13 or
It was
14.
and that was in Chicago.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about Dante.
Oh yeah, that Dante was in. Yeah, that was in
Dante Wright was in
he's a
Minnesota.
20. He's a
But before you even
kid.
go further, look what you guys are saying. Like, no, that was a different one. Oh, that was a different one.
yeah,
because
there
this
are
shit's
two.
happening
Yeah,
every
much.
fucking week.
It's facts.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even
Yeah.
go. I didn't even dive into. I'm just like, oh, another.
One was a little Mexican, he got smoked.
Yeah.
One black, he got smoked.
Yeah,
Okay, people just getting cops just smoking
Yeah.
people. Like,
But
Yeah,
I
they
know
really
that-
are.
I also was thinking there was more than one thing going because I just been seeing the thing about a taser.
yeah. That's Dante Wright's story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where some officer lady who's been a cop for like 20 years is saying that she
thought-
shot him, but thought she had her taser in her hand.
Okay, yeah, I know about this.
And if you ever been pulled up by the police, it's a yellow taser and a fucking, a gun. I'm sure they don't weigh the same and shit, but that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
But I really try to avoid the video because after George Floyd and everything that happened just a year ago over the summer, I'm really exhausted of watching niggas die on
Bro, it's
camera.
like snuff films,
Like,
bro.
yeah, I
Like, I'm
can't-
over it. Once they start going viral, I'm like, all right, like I
Yeah.
get it. I already know what's going on. I'm not,
So it took me a minute to really watch it. I just happened to,
Mhm.
catch it. I was going on the page and it popped up and I ended up watching it. But that was literally the situation. Like, bro was getting pulled over out of the car for like a warrant. Like the whole situation, as you hear more about it, is crazy because he had a warrant for something, but they processed it incorrectly because court out there had been doing it was for smoking. He had a warrant for smoking, and they sent him an arraignment, but court was doing Zoom arraignment. So they literally, like, you imagine like courthouse sends you an email to get on the Zoom link and you talk to whoever the person is going over your case. They sent the email to the wrong person. So then that generated a warrant because it comes up as a failure to appear. So that really is just like fucking human
None of that
error.
shit even
Like,
matters, man.
yeah, but
The
I
reason
mean, you
why,
already know
yeah.
the difference for somebody who's black and got a warrant and someone else. Like, that shit could be deadly because the cops you have no idea.
Yeah.
Bro was just driving down the street with his girl, and he got pulled over because he had a air freshener in the wind on the wind on the thing. So really, based on just that, like that was enough for
That's fishing.
them to be stopped,
Bro, but how
Shit.
scared do you have to be that, the second somebody like goes back into their car, you're already reaching for your fucking gun and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't even be a cop at that point.
For real,
You got shook.
that's the
got
tiredest excuse.
And like, oh, I thought I was pulling my
yeah.
taser out. Like,
yeah.
that's why she resigned, though. Honestly, is because she knew it was a wrap. The police chief resigned too. So
Yeah, in the video, in the moment, and I feel like that's where, like the speculation and shit's coming from because some people are looking at it like it's a purposeful act. Other people are looking at like how could you make that kind of mistake? You've been doing this job. Like this job requires more mindfulness
25 years on the force.
for you to pick up the wrong tool in your job. Like that shit can mean somebody's life, and it did. So in the video, she shoots him, and he like hops back in the car, and he drives away a little bit and dies a few feet away in the driver's seat. But you hear the officers like, "Oh my god, like I shot him" and shit like that, and the other cops are looking at her like, "You fucking dummy, like what the fuck?" Because there was no no reason for it to
Could've been
go that
avoided.
far. Yeah. So
That's
that's
so blatant to me. I kind of feel like it's an initiation. You know what I mean? Like, there's some shit we don't know about. 'Cause that shit's so fucking
that's a fair
blatant, dog.
estimate just because it happens so often. For common sense is gonna make you think like there has to be something more. here.
Especially the
Oh,
current state of America right now, where everybody's on edge. Like, I feel like cops should be walking on eggshells so they don't keep making the same mistakes. But if that shit's
Yeah.
happening, like in the same city and state that we're having the trial for George Floyd,
Yeah,
and
right
then-
down the street.
Oh god.
right down the street, bro.
The
like,
mother of the kid that we're talking about, Dante Wright, was a teacher of one of George Floyd's kids too. Like, so like this is all literally happening within a community.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that, you know, the whole world happens to be watching right now, so we can magnify these kind of things. But
like
this
Aaron
shit's
said,
happening all over the place.
Like Aaron said, we're mourning one thing, talking about one thing, and then
Mhm.
something else happens. Like we
Yeah.
can't even put our attention into this.
Yeah.
Because
Not fully.
I'm already pretty much desensitized to it. Like,
Yeah. That's how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
The worst shit possible.
What I was saying
Someone's
was
son getting
though,
smoked.
I was the easiest thing I would say to start would be like, because when they were saying all that defund the police, blah, blah, blah stuff, I was like, really, all they need to do is stop pulling people over in their cars. Like, end that shit. End traffic like law. Basically, only pull someone over if they're crashed or if they need help. If they're fucking in all that tags, all that fucking air fresheners.
unnecessary, man.
Yeah, super unnecessary.
That
You don't have to pull
interaction.
them over.
Yeah, that interaction doesn't even
Yeah.
need to happen. Like that is just a BS little thing that the government does to make just to take
Yeah,
money
it's like
from
No,
us.
that's a
it's
good
really
idea, 'cause-
violating.
Yeah.
It is
'Cause
violating.
They could just take your information down, send you the fucking ticket in the mail,
Yeah.
you pay for
For
it. It's a
real,
wrap.
I'd
You
rather
don't have
find
to-
out in the mail and we show up in front of a judge for. I could be like,
Yeah.
that's not what happened, or if they got video or whatever, I'm a pay my fine or whatever. But cops having a gun on them when they're stopping me and some shit like that, and however it is that they're being trained, comes with a level of fear that, for me and them, that should not be occurring. Like, why you got that job if you scared
Yeah,
that I'm gonna
don't be
kill
a
you?
cop, man.
You don't even know I got a weapon, but you got a weapon and you trained to use it. You got two, and you accidentally used the wrong one.
And they expect us to react in a calm manner when these niggas are out here shook, shaking.
For real.
shit,
And all I could really
pulling
think
guns and
of, like,
everything.
how they're reacting with because people are already, protesting in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And the way, I'm seeing these niggas coming out on some
yeah.
SWAT shit. Where was that energy when bros was over there at the Capitol, though?
Yeah.
Like,
we're gonna get another riot summer.
shit.
That's what's
If it keeps
fucking
on
on,
happening,
People are fed up.
a 13-year-old,
That-
I saw the other one too, a 13-year-old in
I didn't watch
Chicago.
that.
His
I
name
don't
was Adam Toledo.
Yeah.
And 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Like, running from the
Start burning
police.
shit
Like,
again. Turn it
shit
up.
crazy.
Let's do a fucking repeat.
yeah, really got to shut shit down. Let these niggas know. At least it looked different. I mean, I can't say how genuine all of the quote unquote progressive shit that happened after the summer was, but the pressure needs to be applied, and that's really what it's all about. Like, there's no way around it. That's the only way that certain radical changes are going to occur if radical shit is happening in the streets.
It felt like it was going to change last year in summer of last year. It
I
felt
mean,
like
all 50
Yeah.
states were protesting.
They did,
Every state.
every
Yeah.
country, bro. Like there are people in like Germany and Sweden like going on protests for
Yeah.
George Floyd. So
Quick little likes, and then it's back to
Back to killing y'all.
The system ain't broken. It's built
Back
like
to
this.
school.
It is.
shootings,
None of this shit is
mass
scheduled for
shootings,
us.
like
None of this
people-
shit is scheduled for any of the people who are getting murdered at a high rate. It was never for you. So until we have the wherewithal to really dismantle where these ideas are coming from and where most of these systems are rooted, like it's naive to think like, oh, we talked about it, everything's gonna be okay. Like the evidence is in front of you. It's not okay, and it's still happening.
they were probably turning the fuck up before cell phone cameras. They were
Oh,
out
They
there in the
were.
streets.
They were.
They were
Oh,
out
yeah.
there in the streets.
You
catching
heard about the
bodies,
Rampart
dog.
division in Los Angeles
Yeah,
and the shit
yeah.
that that gang.
They're catching bodies, bro. And
come on,
nobody
man.
was saying shit. Nobody could dispute it. Like,
And that's what DC's saying.
Crazy.
Like we are desensitized to it because back in the 90s, we all tripped on one video of Rodney King just getting his ass whooped, and he didn't even die. In that time period, and it shook the culture across the world. We were all like, "Oh my god!"
They
like,
actually seen it.
Yeah, people were saying like same as civil rights and shit like that. When Martin Luther King and them were marching peacefully, and the world had to watch white racism in front of them, where these people are doing nothing, they're getting their ass whooped with water
down.
hoses and dogs and shit like that. Like it is that shock culture, but now we're at the point where like black pain or people of color's pain is really like. It's a coin toss if it's genuine or are you all just trying to profit off the video to get people and quote unquote like virtue signaling and shit like.
yeah.
So it's sick. Like I hate watching and seeing so many videos because not every video gets magnified and not every unarmed person of color gets a hashtag or an anthem or something like that. It's just another one.
Another one.
And that shit fucking sucks.
Speaking of black trauma, what about Snowfall?
Speaking of even worse, that is that after everything that I seen in the week when I thought about Snowfall, I was just like, man, like it's a whole lot of why do I like this shit?
But that's funny. That's a crazy parallel
Yeah.
because one thing is disgusting to see this shit happen, but we'll watch these shows and pay to see these movies of your
So
own
we
people getting killed.
I mean, it's I feel like it creates one another, one hand washed another. But you know, R.I.P. to the dead. You know, R.I.P. Dante Wright, R.I.P. Adam Toledo. You know, fuck the police off top, and shit.
Franklin's unhinged.
Franklin's
once he pistol whipped his daddy, I was like, oh yeah, he's unhinged.
I feel like he's doing the same shit that he was doing in season 1. Like it's all coming back to home. It's all coming back to the main figures in the series. Like we had a lot of people who had to get out of the way and but at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to Franklin, fucking Louis, fucking Jerome, and fucking.
I feel like the story's kind of getting a little.
They need to end it. I think they're
I feel like it feels like it's gonna end.
But I think they got renewed for one more season. I think they got renewed, but I think they should end it after this.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, you guys just shooting people and letting them survive every episode now.
Basically,
what is
there has to be a big death. Mm-hmm. I feel like the lazy one would be to kill Leon. Could have already did that.
Yeah. And what's up with Leon? Like nobody's looking. They're not looking for him no more. Now he's just back out.
I mean, everybody who was looking for him is dead.
Yeah. Like,
and and the cops. Or he's covered by the CIA.
I don't know. I feel like there's
it was Khadijah and fucking Manboy that were looking for him the most. Because Khadijah's dude, they weren't even. He's done with that shit.
Well, she's still looking for him.
He should.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more talking about the cops because she's still trying to get.
Oh no, the cops is not.
They thought it was.
They thought it was Fatback. Yeah, remember he turned himself in.
Yeah, but they had both of them in the thing. I don't know. I'm just
saying. I mean, he
realism. Like I'm like the story's getting. I feel like the story's getting a little loose here. Like
it's very loose
this season. I'm like, what? Like everything up to now has been like real good, but this.
Did you watch it this week?
Kind of like this week was.
You saw.
What's her name got shot, right?
Who, Louis?
Yeah,
that was last week. Yeah. Have you seen?
What's this week?
Have you seen it? I don't want to ruin it.
I don't know if I've seen it this.
Well, damn.
I just said it. I said Manboy and fucking Khadijah. They got clapped.
Yeah, they're clapped. R.I.P. to them.
Yeah. Oh no, I did not see that.
So
my bad.
Sorry about that.
I don't know how it happens though, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like
I'll try my.
We got to speak on.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. Sorry, DC,
go ahead.
but
go.
You know,
earmuffs.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's coming back to the core characters, and I feel like when Manboy was dying, the dialogue that he's saying is foreshadowing that because he's like, you think these niggas, all of y'all more bits than the next one that they're not gonna turn on you. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the only thing you got to listen to. Now, in that moment, I love the image of the three of them standing over this nigga finally winning, but everybody's changed. Everybody's different. Leon's not Leon like he was no more. He's similar to Scully where he was really with the shit, but seeing that little girl die by his hand the same way Scully is reacting to his daughter dying, like, they're a little softer now. He fell to his knees when Khadijah died. Like, he really was hurt. He was trying to get forgiveness and shit like that, and he couldn't get that, and Jerome took that from him. So he's different now. Jerome's caught 3-4 bodies in the episode. This nigga's killed nobody the whole season. But the beginning of this season, he was at that ambush and shit. He saw a lot of people die and killed a couple people. Yeah. So this season, he's caught the most bodies, at least like 6.
That put all you bitches on alert. Told his lady.
Yeah. And then they shot his lady. So you already know Jerome's on some shit. And whooped Franklin's ass. Yeah. So, and Franklin still thinks he's in charge.
Well, see, like, that part, it wasn't really that interesting to me. I think more interesting was the reporter and the CIA, her trying to expose the CIA and what happened. That was interesting to me, but they killed her off, too. So
that happened really quick, too. Yeah. I feel like they brought her in fast, and now
you know about the real reporter, right, who did that? I forget his name, but he tried to
I remember, I watched a doc about it.
Yeah, he tried to write a report about the CIA and their involvement with the crack epidemic and shit, and they just fucking killed this nigga, bro.
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen?
She was stupid anyway, bro. I was like,
yeah.
Manboy was dumb for that too. Him thinking like, I'm about to take the plug from Franklin and I'm about to link up with the CIA and become the new drug plug. Yeah, like what the? No, man. It's not going to happen like that. Either Franklin's going to get you or the CIA's going to get you. But either way, Franklin's covered. But that shit is getting muddy now because the same thing that Reed was saying, or whatever the fuck his name is. Teddy was saying, because he was like, when he told Gustavo, like, bro, always have an exit plan. Mm-hmm. Don't trust nobody. And he told Franklin the same thing before he realized that what's her name was on the wrong side. He told him the same shit, like, bro, don't trust anybody.
That reporter can't trust nobody. Stupid though, man. Like, she thought she was gonna sit down with him tell her all these secrets about the CIA, and she was just gonna go home.
She was sitting in the bar. She was sitting in the bar, like, I'm gonna fucking catch him. He's like, is that about me? She's like, oh shit, like. You knew this, like, you should have known. You're a reporter.
Yeah, that was funny.
Don't you read the reports about this shit? Like this shit is gonna happen to you. Yeah, that's.
I seen that come. I was like, these fools been catching bodies. They're gonna clap you. Like,
he had already snuck into her house and injected her.
Yeah,
she was still trying to write the story. I'm like, are you dumb?
And then she went on the radio. Yeah, Alton too, man. Calvin, man.
Calvin, man. He's
like, bro, your son got you a shelter and all this stuff. You gonna?
He still think he a Panther. That's his problem. He's in that Panther mentality. Like, I'm trying to dismantle the system, but he's forgotten what else he's been. Like a homeless person and a fucking alcoholic, and now you're running a homeless shelter for your drug kingpin son. Like, nigga, you are far removed.
He got
from
that
the
lady
Panthers.
Killed for trying to tell that story. He got her killed.
And he was out. At the end of the episode, they just show him picking up his coat and walking out the door. Like, oh, shit.
He listened to the report. Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here.
They show the gift right there. I did my best. I'm out of here.
Like, oh,
bro,
shit.
I was in Panama.
Yeah, it's a wrap,
But
man.
I think you're going to start seeing Franklin and everybody go up against the CIA. Yeah, they're going to try to exit, get out the game. And
have they gone back to Little Rock? What?
Not yet.
That's a plot hole. I'm like, they just went over there and then that was it.
I feel like that was the only time
they'll touch on it again. I think at some point they'll come back to it.
That was a weird turn.
I already call you. See how that's gonna go bad.
That little crackhead food.
Yeah.
So what you mean I can't smoke
this?
Man, they was mad. They couldn't light up. They wanted to light that.
You want to hit that rock.
The story could either go one of the two ways. They're gonna expand on the fact that they, been talking about doing expansion and shit like that. So we may be introduced to a new big character, some big obstacle type shit. Kind of like it reminds me of like The Wire or fucking Breaking Bad or shit like that. Like right when you thought everything was all normal and it was just the main characters, intro a new fucking Negan or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some big character.
All right, speaking of those shows, where would you rank Snowfall in the all-time great shows? Because there's been a lot of like debate saying like, oh, it's better than The Wire. It's up there with Breaking Bad.
They did introduce the newspaper without ruining the whole fucking show. And The Wire did that. When they started introing like people working with people in the news, it went down the drain.
No, I felt like that was a great part of it because it showed you every aspect of what was going on in the city, man.
Yeah.
It showed you what's going on at the docks. It showed you how
that shit just got mad boring. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
From the rest of the show, it got really boring.
That goes back to what he was saying. Like people are just addicted to the trauma when there's other interesting parts of the story that people are like, well, it's not niggas getting.
Well, give me what I want.
I don't know. The Wire kept me in till the end. Like,
yeah, The Wire was great.
Yeah, The Wire is one of the. I mean,
the season 2 was the one on the docks where people weren't really fucking with it.
Yeah, that was 5.
Season 5 where they were talking about the newspaper. That's the one that you probably didn't like.
Because that's when they started doing like. Bro, McNulty was doing his own little cases with the ring around the little ribbon around the finger.
He was trying to get funding for the police, so he was creating a serial killer. So
and then he gave the info to the nigga at the news to be like, "Bro, you gonna break these stories?" And
that was interesting as fuck to me. I don't know.
That shit actually happened in real life. Not that story, but remember the other season of The Wire where they decriminalized drugs and prostitution?
Oh, yeah, and
they just did that in Baltimore recently.
Where they put it in like one small block, a couple blocks and shit. I'm like, yeah, you can sell drugs here.
I remember
that shit real. That shit's real now. So but you're back to your question. You're saying
where would you rank Snowfall?
I think it's better than The Wire.
Really?
I really like it a lot.
I don't know, man.
That's just fire.
It's so many different characters in The Wire. That's like a complex.
I could see how people could think Snowfall is better than The Wire, but
it's early though too.
The Wire is like real complex. Like,
yeah, man, it's a complex story.
The story writing it's like you said, it's layers. It's different angles. You see the cop angle, you see the criminals angle, you see
the kids how they come up in the drug dealers from like Michael going to a man.
So, and that's what I say that it's still complex.
early. So I mean, some people can't digest something like that, but Snowfall for what it is like really good. But now, this after this season, what happens next season is really gonna decide if it's really goated. Because
true.
Now the OG original writer is gone.
Yeah.
Like
R.I.P. R.I.P. John Singleton.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Just seeming like it's getting lazy. Like, just clap someone every episode.
Well, that's what happens when like somebody takes over the writing. Like it falls off, man.
They just kill him. Kill the favorite.
No, he's not gonna die. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
I just hope they don't do the dumb shit and kill the wrong person and everybody leaves. Because I've seen shows like that where they kill the wrong person, and I'm not watching it anymore. Like,
well, I don't know, man. I was watching Game of Thrones, so like they used to kill off main characters all the time, like fan favorites all the time. Yeah. That's why I feel like everyone loves Jerome right now, but you got a target on him.
Wow, well, just alone, that makes me think Jerome's probably the logical next character.
That's what I've been thinking. I was like,
because he's really dominant right now. So the only other thing to happen
for him and a favorite, so it'd be a shocker. Yeah, probably.
And then Louis is gonna have to fucking go out there to Little Rock, and that's where she about to be.
We'll see. I guess season 5, like DC said, it all depends on season 5.
Well, yeah.
How
The Wire's still number 1 though.
I would put The Wire as number 1. It's up there with Sopranos. I don't know if you've seen Sopranos.
I haven't watched
Sopranos is great.
My pops lives and dies by it, so I trust.
But I've never.
It's long. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard to get through, but because it's long. But it's a fucking great ass show. It's really great.
I feel like Game of Thrones.
They're bringing a prequel of that out, right?
Yeah. Joy D is in it.
Okay. Oh, you're a man. You already know.
I'm already locked in.
Have you seen The Sopranos?
No. I'm waiting for the prequel.
Are you going to do the prequel?
I was outside when those 2 shows came out. I was fucking in high school.
Yeah.
So
I really wasn't staying in Sunday. Yeah, to
but
watch
after I watch the prequel, I'll fuck with The Sopranos. I'm pretty sure
it's great, man. Honestly, you'll love it.
Yeah, I see that.
It's about.
I see people talking good about it or saying they started it or whatever. Like almost like every month.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to like, all right, you have to dedicate. Like, man, I have to get through the slow episodes where the shit where nothing happens, where it's all dialogue, because it's basically just about a mob boss and his like struggles to overcome like anxiety and panic attacks and shit. And he can't tell the rest of the fucking mafia because they'll oust him from being the boss. Like,
you gotta be the dog. You gotta be the guy.
Over here talking to the therapist and
where
shit.
You going? I got therapy at 4. Kill this guy for me.
That shit is even like a parody in itself. Like there's a lot of movies like analyze that and shit like that, like where it's a mob boss who has to deal with the anxieties of being a boss, and then make it like a comedy, like he's going to therapy to deal with the fact that he got a fucking
clap food,
off somebody or hit him in the face with a soldering iron or some shit. But
hopefully Snowfall comes off strong in the last season, and you could put it up there with Breaking Bad, The Wire, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, and all that.
That's a big thing. The difference though is like The Wire and Game of Thrones, like. It's the fact that they'll build up an entire cast of main characters with subordinates, the younger characters, and then they'll flip them out. They'll die out, and only like 2 or 3 of them will make it to the end. I don't know if The Wire or if Snowfall has that
complex.
They don't have
because it's just in the nature of the characters. A lot of the characters that we started watching, like everybody from Gustavo's whole side of the show is dead. Like everyone. So he's already like a lone bear. You feel me? Like that's all he's on. Like he's gone. So if they don't have like other characters to build up, like all the opportunities to build up the younger characters, they're gone.
They're dead.
The younger dude who used to be with Leon and them and Fatback died like out of nowhere. Like and no niggas even like
acknowledge it.
He was there for a minute too. Like remember he's like, I want to get on. I want to hustle. Out the car. And they just it's like fuck.
Crazy. So
they'd have to do something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's like 4 characters that the story's central around.
Shit. What else?
What about your show today? Talk about that.
Oh yeah, I got a show. I'm officially back outside. Cameron always doing shows again outside. So have your money ready. We accepting Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. I'm performing in Paris today at this 420 festival with a bunch of other really dope IE and like LA artists. My nigga Stevie Crook's gonna be there, and the homie Nikki D's who's on Love Really Is. Who else? The homie Age, Black Lefty. But yeah, it's a dope little 420 show. Smoke your own. I ain't passing shit. And I'll probably be posting about it. Like, we'll probably post some shit after the fact. But yeah, I'm about to pull up there after this.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's been a minute. I haven't done a show. I did probably like 3 shows during 2020, but most of them were like, I did like some rallies and some shit like that, and I did a Juneteenth show and shit. But outside of that, everything else is virtual. So I'm looking forward to I'm about to take all precautions and shit, especially being in a space where people are going to be coughing, and I'm about to just keep my mask on and smoke my own shit. But it's just dope to be in front of a crowd. I want to see what that's about to be like. Like, this is really like a test for me because it's been so long, and I want to do other festivals and shit, and I've been asked already. Like, probably like 2 months ago, people started asking to do this and that. But, I just want to see how it's going to feel. Some people tell me that, the vibe is a little different, so we're going to see.
How was those Zoom shows? Awkward?
A little bit.
Or is it just like you do like a music video of just performance to the camera?
Yeah, basically that. Yeah. Like we did a Zoom show here, and we had the set on a monitor, so we're just like watching watching ourselves at the same time, and people are like in the chat and shit. So if people are like, if there's a lot of people engaging, it's cool. But if it's not, then I kind of think about it like a tiny desk or some shit. Like I'm just performing for the sake of this performance to be filmed, not for me to worry about engaging with people. And it really be like that. Like if I was to perform in that same mindset in front of a bunch of people, it's like, if it's a little bit of people, I'm doing this shit for me and I'm going to make sure it's good. But if it's a lot of people, I'm going to do this and engage with the crowd that's here and shit. So it really breaks down to that. But all the Zoom shit was just shit I had to do for myself. Just to even stay sharp, because it's really almost been a whole year and a half since the nigga really been in front of a whole crowd. And that was like my every other weekend. Like that's how I got down. That's how I make my bread. That's how I make connections. That's how I make new fans. So it's been a whole new thing. So I'm looking forward to it either way. I'm about to get some fucking money, about to get some weed. Shit. So that's what it is.
Sound like a good day to me.
I wanted to talk about fucking Kyrie Irving's nigga moment. That shit was so funny to me, and it also hits on the theme that we be talking about when these moments happen, where a person tries to virtue signal.
Yeah.
He wanted to create a moment where he thought people were really about to be on this woke whistle he was blowing, and nobody heard that shit because you were losing by 30.
Nigga.
You was down by 30 points.
Up, nigga.
You got kicked out the game for arguing with somebody because he called you nigga.
But
and
he
you got
didn't even
ejected.
Call you nigga. He was just like, damn, nigga, like, calm down.
And it's another thing. Like, he didn't call him nigga. He was just explaining the situation to himself. Like, damn,
Kyrie pressed Dennis Schroeder. He like stepped into his personal space, got in his face. And then Dennis was like, yo, damn, nigga, like, back up. It's not that serious.
He wasn't even calling.
Don't call me no nigga.
You don't know me like that.
And then he got on Twitter. He's like, we're not no slaves. We're not no niggas.
I thought that was a random, when you posted that, I thought that was a random person.
I thought that was an old tweet.
I thought that was a random person that was just saying it because they saw it or something, like, and they just were like, yeah, I'm on the same vibe as Kyrie. And then I clicked it and I was like, this is Kyrie's actual tweet. This fool is tweaking, bro.
He's so annoying to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that fool's annoying. Him and Westbrook are the most annoying players to me.
They deserve each other. I saw Christian post that. Who said that? Was that you? What? When Christian posted the picture of the Kyries and you were like, those shoes don't want to hear the word. And he saw.
I had to. I was like, man, I saw love, but I gotta get this joke off. Like,
but look, man, I understand Kyrie's point because there's a big population of Black culture that don't like to hear that word. It's mostly the older culture. They don't like to hear that word at all, like with the A at the end, like at all. Like they don't fuck with it at all. Yeah. And honestly, I respect that because not everybody's gonna let you get away with that shit. But you doing too much. Kyrie's been doing too much for like the last few years. And then he took a personal day after all that shit. Like,
it just all looked bad. It all looked bad.
Bro.
It looked
like,
weak.
bro, you're just hot because your team's getting smacked right now. Like that's all it is.
Dennis was giving him the business, and then he didn't like that shit.
Where's Dennis from?
Germany.
Yeah. Somebody, I saw a tweet there like, I bet Dennis saying nigga in a German accent sound racist.
Yeah. And then people were trying to come up with that argument, like, but then they were like, dude, fucking Kyrie's Australian.
Yeah, he was born in Australia.
They're like, neither one of y'all niggas should be arguing about this.
They're like, neither, so it doesn't matter. But I don't even think it's that thing. It's just like, if you Black, you can say it. It's just what it is. Like,
that's
you know, like
it's it.
Like I would.
Can we have nothing?
And in the chat, that's how I felt. I was like, I wouldn't make more sense if it was a player that wasn't Black, called him nigga, then he popped up. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But one of the blackest players on the court,
darkest nigga wearing a white headband. Crazy to me. Crazy. But that shit is just funny. Like, I feel like that's another byproduct of like this. I saw a video of this nigga trying to stage an entire arena with one little piece of stage. I'm like, bro,
it wasn't
like,
even his arena.
Yeah, like
it was an away game, my nigga. Like, relax.
It's not your job to clean the energy in this place. Nigga, like,
energy. He was really trying to
come on, bro.
Like,
I respect anybody's personal, spiritual. Do what you got. I have my own practices, but like, how you gonna try to take that to a place? One little arena. A public arena with a little piece of stage for the game start. Like, oh, I gotta do this for the vibes. Like, nigga, if you don't go back to the locker room, that afro is pissing me off too. Like, the whole situation.
He's been picking that shit out.
That shit
before it was
crazy.
Like a curly, messy fro, but he's been picking.
If he don't hit that shit with the sponge, like this nigga look like Fred Hampton out there.
Oh my God.
I'm just hot about it, but yeah, Kyrie fucking.
He's a great player, but fuck, that shit's like so annoying, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's always on something.
That's what happens, man. The niggas is too famous, bro. They just
Flat Earth, like.
Oh yeah, he was on that shit.
That was him. Oh god,
Flat Earth nigga.
Every day I find out another thing about this guy. I'm like, bro, somebody gotta talk to him.
Yeah, he be wilding.
Yeah, for real. Shit. What's your favorite viral video right now?
The cat.
The Bobcat video?
Bobcat.
That shit was
That
wild.
shit's hilarious, bro.
That shit. Good morning. Good morning. I
gotta
wash my car.
That
shit is
snapped for his lady,
hilarious.
man. He snapped
For
for his
real.
lady. Fucking
That Bobcat was on her head.
Bobcat.
You saw her like stepping between the cars, and she was like, "Oh my god!" That nigga was like, "Yeah." It was on her back.
One of my favorites is the TikTok with the fucking when you're in traffic and the old head pulls up next to you.
Oh yeah,
and then it's
with
the motorcycle. He's
Yeah.
playing the oldies. It's just like blasted, like
yeah.
that
like
shit's
Cutie
funny.
Pie or something?
Yeah.
That's the realest shit too.
I was like, dude, for real, they be on that at the gas station too. They just be
Yeah.
banging it. Some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hey, did you watch the Earth, Wind, and Fire versus with Isley Brothers?
Nah,
Oh my gosh,
I
it was vibes.
I caught some of it, but it wasn't for me though. It wasn't.
I only watched one.
It was classics. I mean,
You only
I
watched
love
one
both. I love
versus?
both the bands.
yeah, they're
Which
both one of my
verses?
favorite groups.
You already know which
the
one.
Gucci
You already know
and
which
The
one.
Gucci and
Jeezy.
I wish we were doing the
That's all
podcast at that time so
Oh,
we
that
could have
would've
broke
been
that
funny,
shit
bro.
down
Yeah.
because I got into an argument with a couple of people and they're like, fucking Jeezy's a grown man. And he took the band way. I'm like, that man tried to kill that man.
Yeah,
like,
he put out a hit.
come on, like, man,
He deserved all
he's,
that.
He's
He
not,
deserved all
every
that.
piece of it. He deserved that shit. Like, I feel like Gucci
Team
won that
Jeezy,
shit.
homie. Team Jeezy.
Team Jeezy? Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god! See, take that Dipset hat off. Got me hot.
Snowman, homie. Next time I'm coming with the snowman hat.
Oh god! See, no, that has lost all real credibility. But yeah, anyway, the Isley Brothers killed that shit. It just reminded me how many fucking hits
They
that
got
these guys
slappers,
have, like,
bro.
and the samples, like
Yeah.
Everybody's
the amount of
been
times
sampled,
that these songs have been
Yeah.
sampled. Like
Yeah.
I saw after the verses went off, a DJ did a sample of like Between the Sheets. How many
Yeah.
songs have been sampled? 200 songs
Damn.
have sampled that shit, and that shit is wild to me
Yeah.
because that's big bands. Like,
I'm loving that TK mix up that they did.
Oh, that shit
oh
was
yeah,
hard.
fire. That's
That
one of my
shit was hard.
favorites. Remember that? Was that the Zach Fox one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit goes
fire.
hard.
You saw that video too when he's like
That's one of
vibing
my-
when I'm
that's one of my
86.
other favorites. That's one of my other favorite ones, bro.
That shit funny.
That
I
shit
can't wait
is
to hear
hilarious.
Finito when I'm like fucking 68 type shit.
Y'all know about this.
Trying to turn up. I saw another video on TikTok like remember that Holes video when it's like, Grandpa, I'm tired of digging. He's like, that's too damn bad. So it's like you walk up to like you give your grandchild your weed and he's like, man, I'm tired of rolling up for you. And like,
Oh,
nigga,
yeah,
that's
we
too
saw-
bad.
yeah.
Nigga, roll up. That's what I'm about to
It's
be
like
on.
when you can't roll up for yourself because of
Yeah.
arthritis. You know it.
Yeah. So shit, Amaya better get ready. Get
Oh,
them,
man.
get them fingers ready.
Yeah. For Christian.
Christian about to be. Nah, I'm just playing Chris. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I don't get the arthritis. Hey, DC, tell me what's cracking with the Dogecoin.
It's booming. It's booming. I told y'all,
It's a
man. Get
pandemic.
on it.
Yeah, my shit,
Man,
yeah.
My man right here that got on.
Yeah. Hey, DC put me
My
on.
man
Yep.
right here, though.
DC put me
he
on.
hopped on. He
Yeah.
hopped on, man.
Yep.
Aaron, man.
I don't even understand the fucking language. I don't know the words you guys are fucking
We say buy it, man.
I said how much. I said how much.
But you said that last week. We've been
Yeah.
talking about this shit since like
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, nigga.
Like over
I
and
put a bill on
Oh,
when we were
it's
talking about
running.
it
It's
around
running.
Christmas. That shit came up. We ran up. So I got it. I got
over.
mine out of there.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
okay.
mine. I got mine.
thought
I
you
pulled
was
my
there.
shit out of there real quick.
I thought you was starting early. I was like, man, I thought you was starting new. I'm like, I don't know where to start when now because it already blasted off. Like you
Yeah.
could like people like that aren't me or anyone else that already bought.
I jumped in at 4 cents. That's when I first
Yeah,
jumped in.
so if
4
you
or
buy
5
more
cents.
now, your average it still ain't gonna go up to a point, you know, where you
Yeah.
even anywhere like because
Yeah.
it was like a week run.
Yeah, it was wild.
Sheesh.
I love
it got
to
up
see
to it got up to like 40 cents, I think, and then it's back at like 25 cents right now.
Yeah.
But that shit might get up to $1, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Just
just
buy,
think
just
that's
buy
what I'll-
some, Aaron. Fucking get ready for the next.
That's what
one.
the Monday,
Yeah.
no?
You just gotta hold it. That's it.
Yeah.
Wait on Monday? What time?
Yeah, I'll probably wait till Monday or
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow. Like, cause most crypto dips on Sunday. Seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at it this morning.
So that's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
oh,
Like
ooh.
crypto's not even part of the stock market. That's its own thing, right?
Yeah.
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 So I don't even know the fucking difference between
Yeah.
that.
Don't
shit.
even trip. It's in the simplest terms. Like download the
Crypto is the
Robinhood
most
app.
simple one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm about to. I was telling my
And then
girl.
there's Coinbase, there's Robinhood, there's all these fucking apps. I'm like, what the
Yeah, I
hell?
was telling my girl I'm gonna start shifting more over to crypto, bro, because that shit is like better. It don't have as many rules, like,
Yeah.
and you could just in and out with your bread, like,
Yeah.
'Cause on Twitter,
like,
Yeah.
there's no rule, there's no.
I don't follow
penalties.
nobody, but on my Twitter's all all Doge and crypto and Robinhood sucks and I'm making money off Robinhood and don't use this app, use this app.
Nah, bro. Fuck all that fucking Robinhood bullshit. It sucks bullshit. Fuck that. All those companies those fools are running to, they didn't want to fucking give nobody nothing for free until Robinhood gave it for free. So fuck Schwab. Fuck all that bullshit. It's just some fucking elitism bullshit, bro. Robinhood fucking gang, bro.
I got the Robinhood debit card too.
Shit. I got that shit goes hard. That shit's clean.
Yeah, I'm about to get that debit card.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to get that shit. I got racks sitting in there. I'm like, man, I gotta spend some of this.
Yeah, bro. That shit's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I really got what you were saying about like looking at that shit. That's where you should put your savings account. Like, put whatever you sitting like, because that shit is losing interest when it's just sitting in your bank account. Yeah. Put all that shit in there and just use it like that. It'll go up, but it'll go down, but it'll go up. The interest on that shit is even more. So you gotta look at it like that. Like, it's really easy. Yeah, there's so many easy ways through the internet these days. It's digital shit to make money, and you ain't gotta do shit. I love it. Don't gotta do nothing for it.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, there's so much shit coming out, bro.
I've been trapping for so long, dog. I'm trying to go square. I'm trying to be square, dog.
I'm used to keeping, keeping the money in the sock type.
I've seen some fools, bro, online, man. Some fucking growers and shit.
Yeah, I saw a couple niggas buy some houses in the last couple months. On God, like
it's possible, bro.
Sure is.
Hell yeah.
All right, so before we finish and get up out of here, what we add to the playlist this week? What y'all been listening to?
Your shit, really. The fucking
good looking. Appreciate that. Run it up. Hey, shout out to all because this project, I can definitely say mostly the women are running this shit up. So I appreciate all of y'all, beautiful women, the queens out there who are running Love Really Is up. Play that shit. Make every nigga that you around listen to that shit. Bug them. I want them to be hot. Like, who the fuck? Why you keep playing this nigga? That's what I want. That's the kind of energy I want. Keep running that shit up.
I was listening to Slime Language too since that shit dropped.
Yeah. You gonna do the ski?
Oh yeah.
You see the video when Puff fell? Yeah. That shit was hilarious.
But yeah, that's Thug, man. Like he still has a hold on this shit.
I haven't even finished it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
But what I heard,
I fuck with it.
It's about to be a month of that.
Yeah, definitely gonna listen to that.
At least.
He got the reserves showing up at the end of the album too.
Yeah, so like who is these niggas?
Yeah,
I know Lil Keed on there. That's the only other really ones I know
Lil
from.
Duke,
Duke.
Yeah, they got some.
They got that girl in there that make the pussy purr bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
I don't know her name.
Lil Coi Leray.
Yeah. I know she was down with the slap. Yeah. So I saw them trying to beef on the internet. So she said she better than Rico Nasty. She tripping.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Rico Nasty
right now she's been trying to get her little fame back up. Cause she had one little hit and she used to dress like a boy and then like Coi Leray or whatever. Mm-hmm. She had one little hit or whatever, but she used to dress like a boy. And then now now she's posting lingerie pics and all this shit and just like, I don't know. And then she has a new hit, and then now she's saying she better than Rico. She's just trying to get
it's part of the plot. We just seen it. Yeah, we seen it. I feel like, you gotta be able to really rap though.
I'm putting my man Pierre. He's back.
Pierre?
Yeah, for you.
Okay.
That's fucking DC's guy. DC's fucking.
The album's coming, man. It's a vibe, man.
I was just with the homie yesterday. He was playing me some unreleased Pierre and Cardo shit, or like they had put out a tape like a year ago, and the shit was fire. Yeah, it really was. It sounded like a beat that was on a whole lot of Red too. That shit gas. Yeah, text
like
me that.
He almost like adopted Cardi's style, but he does it his own way.
Yeah, put that shit in the group chat. Shit, send to me. I'm gonna add it.
And then I got also ESTG.
Okay, that should get money. You really fuck with, bro.
I just barely found him, but the dude is dope. I like the shit he's saying. Like, I've been trying to find like some new different. Usually I just play the same shit, but lately I've been trying to find some new things. So that's my
put that shit in the chat every week. That's a requirement. Niggas homework. I want to know what we listen to. So, because people really been tapping in on the playlist. So, trying to run it up. I added the homie Airplane James song Chains. Because that's my bro, and that shit's getting cracking in LA. I love to see the homies go up. And then, what's the other joint I listened to?
He has a song with the full M16 too. It's like a little bop.
Yeah.
That shit was cool.
Yeah, M16's shit been going up too. They really bumping this shit in New York and LA now.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He always had like a New York style.
Yeah, he's one of those people who just, his ability to rap. Yeah. Well, if you can really rap, like put together the elements of rap, like you're never gonna lose. Like, so he been coming up. He just got his bread up. That's really the difference between it now. And the presentation matches.
That shit changes everything.
As soon as you get your money up, you can do whatever. Like shit, it's really the truth. But yeah, I've been bumping Airplane James shit. The new Sonder and Georgia Smith, Nobody But You. It's like an R&B joint. When Brent Faiyaz is not doing like just solo music. He has a group called Sonder, and then that's what this is. So yeah, I'm adding that to the playlist. What about you, Kev?
Fuck. Let me see.
Oh, you already said that.
Yeah,
you
I've been
added,
listening to slang
ski and
language,
slime.
but I'll add. Let me see what I'll add from slang language. Fuck, we gotta add ski, bro.
Yeah, ski. Ski.
We gotta go up with ski.
My second joint will probably be like solid.
I was feeling the first song.
Oh, the Slatty? Yeah. I like Solid with Drake,
all right, here we go. Everybody on one track just going, I'm like,
so I gotta start it. That's how I gotta start it.
That's how you
I was
do
driving
it.
like, damn, I should have been YSL.
That's how you gotta do it though. Like you gotta be the main artist first. Then you gotta put on your mans, like your first or second guy, like a little baby, like Gunna. And then from there you present a whole fucking camp of artists. Like it's a blueprint to this shit.
Yeah, man.
You gotta create a movement.
Yeah.
Same with Rough Riders, same with Rockefeller.
Dipset
Diplomats. Fucking 50 did it. Fucking everybody. Kendrick Lamar did it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone has the the top tier. Then you got the Schoolboys and the J Rocks. Then you got the Absols, and then just a whole camp of collective of other people. So
put them on.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit. So Rad Habits episode 5. Shout out to Productive Culture. You already know, podcast powered by, empowered by, ran up by Productive Culture. And I'm out of here. Your host Cam Gnarly.
We out.
Later.
Audio.